Hello good people, in today's video we are going to do a few questions you have to ask yourself every month as a reflection of how your month has been. What is a monthly reflection? A monthly reflection is when you take stock of what your month has been like, what has been good, what has been a challenge, and that helps you to make a decision as to the way forward. Do you usually take stock of your month? It doesn't have to mean just your expenses, but generally your monthly overall happenings. The three areas I would consider on a monthly basis to review is your relationship, your well-being, learning, and growth. Have you considered your mental health as you think through how your month has been, or is so much going on that you're forgetting to even take care of yourself? Comment down below if you take your well-being stock on a monthly basis. Allow me to welcome to another episode of Live, Learn, Adventure, and Charity, where we talk about finance, personal development, travel, and community service. So, let's head straight to the questions that I ask myself every month. The first question I ask myself is, how do I rate the previous month that has just ended? If you're to give your month on a scale of 10, how was it? How did you manage everything that was happening around you? Whether good, bad, challenging, and all that. Comment down below with your rating. The next thing is, what went well this month? So in our day-to-day life, we always find ourselves with challenges. Sometimes it's a good day, sometimes it's a challenge, sometimes it's a good month, sometimes we are not even able to manage our own self, our own timings, our own happening, the challenges that we face each and every day. The thing is, how do we handle them? Of course, after estimating what went well, you have to ask yourself, what did not go so well? There's no life, there's no human being who is perfect, there's no environment which is perfect. So how do we balance? How do we meet somewhere and check through what went well and what did not go well? For instance, maybe in the previous month, so much was happening, your health was not well, the people around you had issues and all that. So how did you handle that? The next thing is, what lessons did I learn and what am I going to improve? So whether good or bad, there's a lesson. For instance, if you realized in the previous month you overspent, maybe this month you can make amends. So how do I review the monthly expenditure? Just look through what you have spent throughout the month and account for what are needs and the wants. The next thing is, what challenges did I face this month? Was it financial? Was it emotional? Was it relationship? Was it just everything around me? You need to assess yourself. Remember in our previous video, if you have not watched it, please check it out on life skills you need to learn. We said that your health is your wealth. So as you work through everything around you, you also need to work on your health. And one way of ensuring you're healthy is facing your challenges. The next thing is looking at your expenditure. Am I spending too much or too little on something? Sometimes we really look deeply, especially in these harsh economic times. We look at how much we're spending on our wants to be able to meet our needs, because we all agree. If you have not watched also our video on what are needs and what are wants, you can check it out. I will link it down below. So you need to assess how much you're spending on your wants, because that is the area you can actually make changes, and that way you will be able to assess your own expenses and all that. Because if sometimes you may not be able to adjust your needs, for instance, your needs could be, but you can still adjust your needs, because if you improve your health, then it means if you need medical attention, it becomes less expensive. And if you eat healthy, it becomes maybe zero or no medical expense. So at least that's a good thing that you can work on. Next thing is what did not go as planned. Remember, we said every month you need to plan each and everything on your table. You need to plan your expenses, you need to plan your time and all that. So you need to assess what did not go as planned. If it is time, for instance, some people really struggle with time management, others struggle with budgeting. You need to take stock of how you're working towards it. Remember, once you establish your weakness or the challenges around you, the best thing is to work on them gradually. You may not achieve them instantly, but gradually you're going to get there. The next thing is review the goals that were set for this month. If you have been following us, or if you're keen to set your goals, you already have set your goals for the year, for long term, short term, and medium term. So obviously there's a goal that is set for each and every month, perhaps, or something you're working towards achieving, which may not take 1 month but gradually takes time. So you're creating that, say for instance the fund and all that. So you will need to keep track of that so that you know whether you're working towards the goal or you're behind, or you need to just stick to it, or if you're in a position to do it within even a shorter time, the better. The next thing is you ask yourself, what could I have done differently? You have done everything, you have reviewed your challenges, you have reviewed all that was good throughout the month. Now it's time to see what you could have done better. Maybe you have improved on your budgeting, on your expenses, on your health, on your fitness, on your relationships, but there's still room for improvement. So what do you need to improve? What do you need to do to get to the next level? The best thing is that you have already identified and you have made the first step towards it, and you realize that you need to do 1, 2, 3. So taking stock will help you get to the next level. The next thing, which I think I should have given it number 1, is monthly gratitude. It's important to tap yourself at the back and celebrate your small wins, celebrate what you have achieved in the month, and also thank yourself for the effort of what you have not even achieved but you're working towards. Remember, you need to be your own cheerleader before even the other people cheer you. So it is important to always celebrate yourself. Remember, we said in a previous video when we were working on budgeting, you need to pay yourself first. So one way of appreciating yourself is paying yourself first, and it's not an option. It should be the first thing before you even pay your own expenses. That way you will be able to manage your expenses and the expectation of your finances. And on that note, I would like you to write down 3 things you're grateful for in the past month. Just 3. And with time, you grow them gradually, the list will always swell, because the first thing is to identify what you need to appreciate yourself for. Then you have the space to appreciate. The next thing is how to spend time better. All of us agree that time is limited. Sometimes we feel like 24 hours is a long time, but when you have to do a lot, you find yourself it's actually shorter than you anticipated, and you don't even get to meet all the things that you wanted to do in a day. Like for instance, today I'm running helter skelter because I have so many things to do, and they were all planned, but I feel like they're overwhelming. So sometimes maybe you need to spread them out, and on a normal day sometimes I find myself with more than what I have today. But since I realized I need to also work on my time, I realized there's an improvement on my end, and today is a bit less hectic than previous days, previous weekends. The next thing is, which was the happiest memory in the previous month? Remember, you have to always look at the positive vibes they'll take you to the next level. So as soon as you identify that there's something that made you extra happy, that is a sign that you need to do it more often. And that is a sign that you also have your highs. So you need to work on your highs, because if you only have positive vibes, you find yourself growing, you find yourself getting to the next level. And of course, the last thing I will talk about is taking care of yourself. Remember to love yourself first, take care of yourself first. That way, you will be able to take care of the rest of the people around you, and you will be able to even give more than you expect to receive, because it is just the new, it is just happening automatic, and it is making your life really easy. So, why do we do the reflection? I'll just highlight the reasons as to why I think you should do the reflection. 1. Identify improvement areas, develop new skills, improve what you have been doing, increase your efficiency, reduce stress and anxiety, understand core values, and of course, work on them, start making better decisions, improve relationships. We look forward to your feedback as the kind of topics you want us to discuss, and of course, feedback on the topics that we have covered and how we can even cover different areas, even if it's within the same topics. Your feedback is really important to us, and it helps us be able to give you the topics that you want to get. Otherwise, we will find ourselves thinking of which topic should we share, which topic. But if we have your feedback, it will really go a long way in supporting us when we are coming up with the topics. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Live, Learn, Adventure, and Charity. That is where we talk about finance, personal development, travel, and community service. And of course, we are here to make your finances matter. If this is your kind of content, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time we upload a new video. Thank you so much for always watching our videos, and see you on our next one. Bye!
Me, you are only one. You choose it, don't lose it, don't let confuse it. Only then you'll be God.